You know, when you're young, it's easy to shrug off bad decisions because you often get a pass due to your age. But what if those decisions led to serious consequences you can't dodge? Well, these kids know what that's all about, because here are 5 times when teen criminals realize they've been caught. Number 5. Teens flee from the law on a high-speed chase. In Alpharetta, Georgia, a routine patrol day takes a sudden turn for an FCSO deputy. Spotting a Dodge Charger with a suspended tag registration, the officer initiates what should have been a standard traffic stop, but the driver of the Charger has other plans. In a split-second decision, the driver hits the gas, transforming the situation into a high-speed chase.
With signal 12, McFarland westbound, original charge, suspended tag. We are 81 miles per hour crossing over Union Hill Road.
The deputy, now in pursuit, communicates the unfolding situation over the radio.
Continuing on McFarland westbound towards Highway 9. Speeds increased, 80 miles an hour.
Continuing speeding.
The Charger, with its suspended tag, races through the streets, clocking speeds of 81 miles per hour. It's a dangerous game, weaving through traffic, crossing Union Hill Road, and heading westbound towards Highway 9. The deputy, determined and focused, keeps up, aided by a secondary unit that soon joins the chase. As the Charger speeds on, plans are quickly made to deploy spike strips near the campground area.
Spikes up.
Clear.
It's crossing through the intersection of Francis.
The intention is clear, to bring this unexpected chase to a safe end. The Charger, however, relentlessly continues, turning onto Mullinax Road and trying to outpace the law.
We are making a right turn on Mullinax, right turn on Mullinax.
Clear right turn on Mullinax.
The chase, intense and fraught with danger, takes a critical turn.
5222, we're on Mullinax, continuing towards Union Hill. We are in front of Denmark High School, about 75 miles per hour.
The Charger's front tire begins to lose air, a direct consequence of the relentless pursuit.
I believe he's got a tire going down. Stand by. I'm right up on him. I'm moving in for pit.
The vehicle slows down, and the deputy seizes the opportunity. Moving in carefully, the officer executes a pit maneuver, bringing the Charger to a halt.
Felony stop.
Clear felony stop.
The high-speed chase, which started as a mere traffic stop, now reaches its climax.
Show me your fucking hands! You stop right there! Do not move! Passenger, get your fucking hands out the car!
The driver and passenger are instructed to exit the vehicle with their hands raised, a standard procedure in such high-stakes situations. The officer commands both the driver and passenger to stay in place without making any sudden movements.
Hey, right there! Don't you fucking move!
Clear compliant.
Female!
You're gonna love it. Slow your response. But what you got?
All right, hold!
The male driver complies and exits the vehicle as directed by the deputy.
Driver, get out with your hands up! Face away from me! Step to your left! Step to your left! Keep going! Stop right there!
The driver steps out of the car and starts walking backward towards the deputy's partner.
Back to my partner! Keep walking back! Walk backwards to the sound of my voice! Walk backwards! Walk backwards! Take another step to your left! Keep coming!
As he's handcuffed, the gravity of his actions becomes increasingly apparent with each click of the cuffs.
Coming! Keep coming, cuff him. I got him at gunpoint.
Go down to your knees.
This side. This
The female passenger, who's also quite young, is detained shortly thereafter.
car looking.
Both are placed in separate patrol vehicles. The deputy approaches the vehicle with caution at every step, ensuring the safety of all involved. One of the officers steps inside the Charger and drives it to the side of the road. With the situation now under control, the deputy starts trying to understand why the driver made the sudden decision to flee. The female passenger, visibly shaken, admits to having limited acquaintance with the driver.
This is my third time meeting him, and then we were going to what's it called McDonald's, and then he's like I'm running, and I'm like, why? And he's like, I got warrants, and I'm like, okay, well, can I just?
She recounts their original plan to head to McDonald's, which was abruptly changed when the driver decided to run. She explains that he was fleeing because of active warrants for his arrest, something she wasn't aware of until that moment. The female passenger cooperates fully with the deputy, mentioning she doesn't have any identification on her, only her personal belongings.
Ma'am, do you have ID on you?
No, the only thing I had with me was my phone, my keys, and the credit card, but my name's on there.
The officer checks on her well-being and asks why they didn't simply stop.
Don't need an ambulance or anything?
No, I'm scared.
Why didn't you just stop?
He only stopped because I was like hitting the wheel for him to stop.
I appreciate you doing that.
Her cooperation and evident fear leads the deputy to remove her handcuffs, a gesture of understanding in a situation fraught with tension.
Ma'am?
Yeah.
I'm going to undo this right here. And you can step out and take those handcuffs off of you, okay? Come on, real nice and easy. If you want me to help you, I will. If you don't, just let me know.
Meanwhile, inside the patrol car with his hands cuffed, the male driver asks the deputy to zip his hoodie for him.
Zip my hoodie back up, bro.
Huh?
You can zip it up for me? Or not?
I'll zip it up for you? Well, he's got the heat on. But I will do this for you, and hold on 1 second.
My hood up.
The deputy helps him and ensures he's comfortable, a small but significant act of kindness.
My bad, man.
Hold on. Let me do something, all right? I got to do some stuff I got to do, and then I will absolutely help you, okay? I don't mind helping you one bit.
The high-speed chase serves as a powerful lesson for both the driver and the passenger. For the young driver, what started as a split-second decision to flee from a routine traffic stop quickly escalates into a life-altering event. Meanwhile, for the passenger, it becomes a frightening experience, a close encounter with the law, all because of the actions of someone she barely knows. The consequences for the young driver are severe. His decision to flee has led to a string of charges: failure to maintain insurance, driving with suspended registration, driving without working headlights, fleeing or attempting to elude for a felony offense, failure to obey traffic control devices, center lane violation, and possession of illegal substances. It's a harsh lesson in the consequences of one's actions, especially when those actions break the law. Number 4. Teen has a meltdown during traffic stop. A young driver, barely 18, speeds through a residential neighborhood, clocking a staggering 60 miles per hour in a zone marked for 25. Unbeknownst to him, his high-speed adventure is about to come to an abrupt halt. A police officer, vigilant in his duty, spots the speeding vehicle. The officer is experienced and stern, and he knows the drill all too well. He pulls the car over, ready to confront yet another reckless driver.
Hi there, driver's license permit.
I'm really in a rush to go use the bathroom. I live right there.
Okay, dude, you're driving 60 miles an hour down a residential roadway. 60. It's 25 through here.
The teenager, caught off guard, scrambles for an explanation.
Going 60.
You didn't know you were going 60. You're full of You're flying, all right? Well, let me ask you this. If you were to hit a kid who came on the street, what do you think would have happened?
Oh, no.
And you're trying to give me this BS excuse that you gotta go pee?
The officer asks his age and license plate when his mom suddenly calls.
60?
Literally.
Okay, I don't care. All right, here's what's gonna happen. How old are you?
I'm 18.
You're 18? Yeah. You're in a huge lot of trouble. Where's your license plate for this thing?
It's right there. Mom.
He talks to his mother, seeking some comfort or advice in this unexpected predicament.
Yeah, you got pulled over for driving 60 miles an hour on a residential neighborhood street. 60. You gotta be out of your mind.
That's why. Like, I'm literally.
Yeah, you drive.
Oh my.
The officer questions the absence of the car's license plate.
60 miles an hour, dude. This is not the highway. Where's your license plate? Why is it not displayed?
It must have fallen down.
It must have fallen down.
No,
really?
No, this is a new car. I just got.
Flustered, the young driver suggests it might have fallen off, but it soon becomes clear that this is a new car with a temporary tag not properly displayed.
It should be up there. The sticker is right there.
It is not up there.
God, Bob.
It is not up there. Why is it not up there?
I don't.
Meanwhile, the driver's mother, connected via speakerphone, tries to intervene.
But you could have, I mean, kids are out, and why are you going 60?
Because I'm trying to rush to the house. I'm on Wolf.
You're better, I know, I'm looking at you. You're better off.
Her voice, filled with concern and perhaps a hint of frustration, echoes in the background. But the officer remains focused on the young driver, emphasizing the gravity of his actions. A few moments later, the teenager's uncle happens to drive by, concerned about his nephew. The officer takes a moment to explain the situation, detailing the evidence they have on hand and mentioning that the entire incident has been captured on camera.
And if you want to contest in the court, I got all on camera, so I'll be happy to go over with you. But sir, if you wouldn't mind, just sit in your vehicle until I'm done. I appreciate it.
I was just saying what's going on. Everything is okay.
Yep, no, he's going to get...
After verifying the teenager's information, the officer returns his license and license plate.
Here's your driver's license.
Thank you.
This needs to go in your back window. Make sure that it stays in the back window, okay? You're going to get some tickets today, all right? You're getting the speeding ticket for...
However, the officer proceeds to issue multiple citations for speeding and reckless operation.
Getting another citation for reckless operation, all right? You're driving double the speed limit, okay?
Yes.
Over double the speed limit.
I know, I apologize.
Okay? Dude, first thing you come up here and tell me that...
He challenges the teenager's assertion of ignorance regarding his speed.
Getting another citation for reckless operation, all right? You're driving double the speed limit, okay?
Yes.
Over double the speed limit.
I know, I apologize.
Okay? Dude, first thing you come up here and tell me that...
The officer then informs him that it's his decision whether he wants to pay the fines or contest the charges in court.
You don't have to go to court for this stuff. If you want to pay it and be done with it, do that. Or if you want to go to court, go to court. I don't care. I'm not...
Nevertheless, the implication is evident. This is a serious offense with real consequences. The officer doesn't mince words, highlighting the danger of driving over double the speed limit in a neighborhood.
I was sitting there looking at your car if you're flying, all right? You understand that at that speed, if somebody comes in the roadway, you can't stop quick enough.
The idea that one could unintentionally drive at such a dangerous speed in a residential area seems far-fetched and even absurd.
Look, it's a residential neighborhood. Fortunately, it's kind of crappy out, so no one's probably out and about. But again, football goes in the roadway, and you're sitting there driving 60 miles an hour.
He paints a vivid picture of the potential consequences. A child running into the street, an unavoidable tragedy, a life ruined by a moment of reckless driving.
They're dead, and then your life is ruined, because not only did you kill somebody, but you're going to go to jail. Okay? Slow it down. This isn't the highway, all right? 5 over is fine. You want to drive 30 and a 25? Awesome.
The officer takes a moment to inform the young driver about his court date and outlines the procedure for paying fines. He clarifies that the offenses are waivable, which means the driver has the choice to challenge the tickets in court.
Offenses, you do not need to appear in court unless you want to appear in court, okay? If you want to appear in court, you can. You can have a court date right here at the bottom where my thumb is, May 18th at 5:15 p.m. in the Brunswick.
The officer's advice is firm but crucial, emphasizing the seriousness of the situation. He notes that this is one of the fastest speeds he's encountered on that street.
I'm not trying to be, but that's really fast, okay? That's the fastest I've got on the street in a long time. The other time I got somebody doing 70, like right when they repaved this.
He advises the teenager to start making better decisions and to fully grasp the responsibility that comes with driving.
All right, make some better choices, man.
I apologize.
All right, drive safe.
Thank you.
After the encounter comes to an end, a local resident approaches the officer.
Hello.
Thank you so much.
You know what that knucklehead was doing?
Yeah, my boyfriend's at 60 miles.
The resident conveys concern about the recurring issue of speeding in the neighborhood.
You know what? Every day we walk our dogs up and down.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I mean, we're just like, that's 40, that's 50. That's
Yeah, well,
80.
most of the people are doing 40.
The officer acknowledges the driver's excessive speed and mentions the number of points that will be added to his license.
I hope
down
you
here.
reamed his ass.
Oh, I did. Yeah, he got a bunch of he's going to have at least 6 points on his license from this one ticket.
Oh my God.
So.
High five to you. Thank you.
Yep, you're welcome.
Lesson learned. No matter how urgent your reason for rushing home, like really needing to use the bathroom, it's essential to follow traffic rules and stick to speed limits. After all, it's much better to deal with a minor inconvenience than ending up in a legal mess, right? Number 3. Teen sneaky money heist lands him in jail. In Georgia, a Five Below store uncovers a theft scheme planned not by a seasoned criminal, but by a 17-year-old employee. In just 10 days' time, this young worker managed to steal nearly $2,300. His method is simple yet audacious. He processed fraudulent returns at the register.
So, 17-year-old, on May 28th, he started doing fraudulent returns at the register.
Diverting the money either as cash taken from the register or deposited directly into his checking account.
both for cash and putting money in his checking account by doing a return to credit. He would insert his debit card, and that would put the money in his checking account, essentially.
The theft began on May 28th and continued unabated until June 8th.
And so between the 28th of May and June 8th, 2 days ago,
the teenager cleverly manipulated the store's system, using his debit card to facilitate the fraudulent transactions. Each return, whether processed for cash or credit, added to his illicit gains. The total amount stolen reached $2,267.34, a significant sum for such a short period.
16 total returns. And that's the dollar amount, $2267.34.
The manager claims they confronted the young employee, who, perhaps realizing the gravity of his actions, admits to the theft. He signed each of the 16 receipts, acknowledging the amounts and transactions. The receipts, initially discarded by him, are reprinted, leaving a paper trail of his deceit. Though they were encoded, the credit card numbers used in these transactions all trace back to him.
And we know it's his card because on the one time that he used that card along with his employee ID number to make.
The store's loss prevention team is vigilant and thorough, capturing these transactions on video.
So that's how we knew it was him, plus we saw him on video, so between that...
Do you have a copy of that video footage?
Not yet. I can dub it down to a thumb drive, but we can get it to you in the next 24, 48.
After the Chambly police officers are given the rundown of the teen's heist, they discuss the legal implications of the theft, particularly considering the employee's age.
So what's the process, because he's a minor and nothing
He's
happened?
not a minor.
I thought he was...
17, you go to big boy jail.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Oh.
In Georgia, the law is clear. At 17, you're treated as an adult in the criminal justice system.
16 and younger, you go to, DJJ, Department of Juvenile Justice. 17 and older, you go to the local county.
The manager makes a call to his boss and receives confirmation to press charges.
Yep, the boss says we'll go prosecution.
Okay.
Yep.
So here's your statement back, and can you point me to where he is?
We're going to take him back to Georgia. I'll reach out with Jaleel and
Following this, the officer heads toward the 17-year-old employee. The teenager, sitting relaxed, appears to be under the impression that he won't face serious consequences due to his age.
How's it going, man? What's your last name? I'm going to read you something, okay? Let's go with your Miranda warnings.
However, he's mistaken. The officer reads him his Miranda rights, a formality that marks the transition from a suspect to someone officially accused of a crime.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to speak to an attorney and to have an attorney present during any questioning.
The teenager seems confused about whether to speak without an attorney.
Knowing and understanding your rights, as I have explained them to you, are you willing to answer any questions without an attorney present?
So I have to have an attorney?
After some hesitation...
Do you want an attorney?
Yes.
Okay, so you don't want to talk to me then?
Well, I want to talk to you, but yeah.
You're not making...
Well, that don't make sense? Like,
no.
I want to do...
He requests one, a decision that solidifies the seriousness of his situation.
Okay, so which one is better for, like, us?
I can't answer that for you. I can only ask you this, and it's either yes or no.
Okay, so I'll talk with an attorney.
The teenager's arrest catches him off guard, leaving him in a state of panic.
Stand up. Stand up. Come on. Put your hands behind
Are
your
you
back.
gonna call my mom at least?
We'll call in the car. We'll call in the car.
He urgently requests the officer to call his mom.
Just face the wall, bro.
Alright, so I have a question.
I'll answer your questions, okay?
Can y'all need to call my mom?
Why do I have to call your mom?
What you mean? I'm on.
As he's placed under arrest, he expresses his shock, emphasizing that he's only 17 and couldn't possibly be put in jail.
Wait, y'all didn't even call my mom, though.
I don't have to call your mom, sir.
Why?
You're an adult.
I'm a minor. I'm only 17. I just turned 17.
State of Georgia. You're an adult.
So can y'all at least call my mom, please?
The officer, however, clarifies that in Georgia, at 17, he's legally regarded as an adult within the criminal justice system. In a last-ditch effort to negotiate, the teenager suggests that the stolen money could be deducted from his paycheck.
Alright, so I asked you, can you take like the money off my check?
Yeah, unfortunately, I contacted corporate, and my instructions from my boss was to press charges based on that dollar amount.
However, The decision to press charges has already been made by the store's loss prevention team due to the significant amount involved. The teenager expresses his willingness to pay back the money.
Huh? Press charges?
Based on the dollar amount, correct.
But when I'm a minor, man, I asked you, I said you could take it off my check.
No,
I will work for.
But the officer explains that it must go through the legal process.
And my boss instructed me to contact the authorities and file charges for the theft of the $2,200.
That's what I'm saying. I could literally pay the.
The 17-year-old remains in a state of disbelief about his impending jail time, still insisting that he's unaware that he's not considered a minor anymore.
But why I'm going to jail for?
That's how the process works.
You're not.
Apparently not in Georgia, you're not.
I just turned 17.
That's fine. 17, you're an adult.
How?
He tries his best to defend his innocence, but the decision has been made. He must face the consequences of his actions.
I apologize. I don't really steal, bro. That's not me. I was not born like that.
Nobody said
but
you
you did,
was.
though, in this occasion, right?
Yeah, and I said I'll pay it back.
I knew you will.
In cash.
Despite his attempts to negotiate the return of what he stole, the manager and officer firmly explained that he must still go through the legal process in court.
Yeah, but I'm saying I could get it literally now.
You can come up with $2,200 in cash.
Yeah, I could definitely give it to y'all.
Well, if the court allows that, then that's what we'll do, but we got to do this step first. So.
As he's guided into the patrol car, the teenager continues to express his disbelief at no longer being considered a minor.
I never knew 17 year
an adult.
I never knew that.
Yes, sir.
I never knew that, bro. Every time I locked up, bro, I never knew that, bro. Hey, bro.
Finally, the suspect is given the opportunity to contact his mom.
Bro, I tried to tell them, bro, that for me, I could give them all the money back, bro. It was not for me.
In tears, he explains the predicament to his mother.
For me, it was not for me, bro. It was for Ray Sean, bro, because he was homeless, bro, and I was helping him, bro.
Who's Ray Sean?
Ray Sean, remember, we spoke to him?
Revealing that the money he took was intended for a homeless friend named Ray Sean.
Remember, we spoke to him before?
Who's Ray Sean?
Ray Sean, the one that I always used to be with in New York. The one that was like family. And
Both the teen and his mother are stunned by the turn of events.
So did they take you to jail?
I don't know. He said that I'm.
Yes, ma'am, I am.
See, he said since I'm 17, I gotta go to jail. But how?
The teen's mom turns to the officer for an explanation.
Okay, sir, please explain to me what's happening.
Yes, ma'am. This is Officer Black with City of Chamblee.
The officer patiently clarifies the law regarding his son's age and why he's being transported to jail rather than the juvenile center.
He does not go to juvenile court. He is 17 in the state of Georgia. 17. You are.
All right. So now what?
Hey, look, can I tell her something?
Oh, let me answer a question. I'll let you talk to her, okay?
He carefully outlines the legal process and the next steps her son will go through.
So what will happen right now is once we leave this scene, I'll take him to the cab. He'll have a warrant. He'll go before a judge, and the judge will tell him what his bail or bond is.
The officer offers reassurance, explaining that the severity of the crime isn't significant, and her son will likely be released once bail or bond is set.
And he'll be able to call you and say, hey, Mom, my bond is this much money, and then you can go through the proper procedures to be able to get him out.
All right, thank you.
The teenager, becoming increasingly emotional, confides in his mother, revealing that he was deceived. He tells her that the manager promised him that if he told the truth, he wouldn't have to face any consequences.
The truth, he said, if I tell the truth, it will be all good, bro. He just said that.
Who said that? Who said that?
The white guy inside, he said, if I tell the truth, everything will be good, bro. So that's why I don't understand why niggas...
The officer steps in to clarify the misunderstanding.
He was under the misconception, as well as you, that you are a minor.
Explaining that despite the initial assurance, the boss chose to press charges upon learning that the teenager is legally considered an adult.
I told him, 17, you're no longer a minor in the state of Georgia. That's when he called his boss and see if they still want to continue to pursue charges.
That's why I literally asked him, can I like...
The teenager's mother interjects, sharing her disappointment and concern, especially in light of her son's autism.
To have no meltdown because he also is autistic, and I just don't want him to, I'm just nervous.
Okay.
And I just want to make sure that he is safe.
The officer quickly reassures her that he will take every measure to ensure her son's safety.
He is. I'll keep a close eye on him as long as I can. Right now, we're just gonna head up.
He patiently reiterates the misconception to the mother about her son no longer being considered a minor.
Manager, or the loss prevention, not the manager, was also under the same assumption that you were 17, which means you were a minor, which means they were just gonna call mom and try to work something out with mom.
Yeah.
As the reality sinks in, the teen gets even more emotional, breaking down.
Yeah, but I have to go home today. I have a game tomorrow. Like, I have to go home. Go.
The officer does his best to calm him down and provide reassurance.
Look. Cool. It's not murder. It's a death. You ain't gonna be in there for life. You gonna be in there. Your mom gonna come and get you, and then you'll be out. You'll be out today.
The teen opens up to the officer, admitting that this isn't his first time being locked up.
As long as your mom can come up there.
Yeah, she can. That's why I was asking you.
So calm down.
I don't like being locked up, bro. It's like my 4th time being locked up, bro.
All right.
The 17-year-old is charged with theft and is then taken to DeKalb County Jail. Number 2. Entitled teens turn traffic stop into complete chaos. As a vehicle smoothly cruises down the city streets, its passengers remain oblivious to the impending drama about to unfold. The date is March 18, 2023, a day destined to be permanently etched in their minds. And what sparks this unforgettable moment? Nothing more than a seemingly innocent but improper right turn. This minor traffic violation catches the attention of nearby officers, setting the stage for an encounter that escalates far beyond a routine stop. The officers approach the vehicle and ask the driver for his license.
You have your license with you?
I do have my license.
The reason we pulled you over is when you guys turned out, you made an improper right.
The officers explain the reason for the stop, the improper turn, a fact the driver acknowledges.
Yep. An improper right is when you basically make a right-hand turn and you go. I know exactly what you're saying.
The conversation takes a turn when the officers smell illegal substances from inside the car, a silent but potent indicator of recent activity. Attention shifts to the passengers. One of them, a young man, asserts he's just a passenger and lacks identification. The officers instruct him to step out of the car.
Step out. Step out. Step out of the car. Step out of the car, I'm gonna pull you out.
He cooperates, but takes a moment to talk to someone on the phone, explaining the situation he's in.
Yeah, the car for someone, they smell weed and they're trying to pull me out and do like
okay, come on.
This extra stuff.
Step out.
Meanwhile, the driver refuses to exit the vehicle.
I'm about to grab you. Step out of the car.
Don't you dare touch.
Step out.
Don't you dare touch me.
Despite the officer's firm insistence, they warn her that they will physically remove her if she doesn't comply. Ultimately, the officers have no choice but to physically remove the young woman from the car, leading to a struggle. Her companion records the unfolding events and threatens the officers.
What's your badge number?
Hey, get back.
What's your badge number?
Get back. You want to go to jail too?
Right.
Get on the sidewalk.
Okay.
Just stand here.
The officers escort the young woman into the patrol car. Their focus now shifts to the woman's companion, who remains visibly upset about what happened to his friend.
Do not put your hands on me. If you put your hands on me, I'm putting my hands on you.
I have no reason to. Stop walking away then.
Go up then.
Walk
Back
over
up.
there. Walk over there.
He becomes progressively more agitated and starts talking back to the police officer.
Stand on the sidewalk like you
Stay
just
over
told
here.
me.
Okay,
You said
stand
go on the
over there.
sidewalk.
Why are you
I'm on the
screaming?
sidewalk.
Why are you
Why are you telling me to do different stuff?
Why are
You're a
screaming?
rookie.
Stand
You
over
said
here.
come on the sidewalk. I'm on the sidewalk.
Despite the officer's attempts to calm the situation, the young man remains resistant.
I'm not going nowhere. I'm not going nowhere. I'm staying on the sidewalk.
Okay, grab him.
I'm staying on the sidewalk. I'm not going nowhere. I'm staying on this. No.
As tensions rise, the scene becomes chaotic, with the young man's defiance adding to the intensity of the moment.
Please. Please move your arm. Move your arm from under my elbow.
In the midst of the struggle, a startling discovery is made: a concealed firearm in the young man's pants.
I think my arm is broken.
I think he's got a zero in his pants.
A woman, the young man's mother, intervenes, questioning the officer's actions.
Hey, I just pulled this out of his ass, okay?
The mother is warned to keep her distance, her presence adding another layer of complexity to the unfolding drama.
Back up or you'll get cuffed too.
An officer explains to the mother that her son was resisting arrest and was found in possession of a concealed firearm, which he was not licensed to carry. The young man persists in protesting his innocence, stating that he was following the officer's instructions and did not resist.
Why is he going to jail?
Because he resisted and he's in possession of a concealed fire.
I did not resist. They slammed me on the ground for going on the sidewalk.
His mother steps in, urging her son to calm down and let the officers do their jobs.
Calm down.
Right here, okay?
Just let them do their job.
Take a breath. Put your key in the car. Put your key in the car.
I don't mind.
Inside the patrol car, the teenager keeps on complaining.
Oh my God. Bro, excuse me? Can you loosen these cuffs up a little bit, please?
Meanwhile, outside, his mother is talking to the officers, trying to make sense of what just happened to her son.
So where was he even coming from?
I don't know, ma'am. I showed up after the struggle between the two
who
officers.
was the officer that pulled him over? Which officer pulled him over? That's the officer I want to see.
Upon learning that her son is only 18, the supervisor explains to her that they're not obliged to give her any information.
How old is your son?
He just turned 18.
Okay, then we have under no obligation to tell you anything. Okay, just so you know.
He calmly walks her through the incident.
Okay, as a supervisor.
And I know you're a parent.
I am, absolutely, yes ma'am. But what I'm going to tell you, these officers conducted a traffic stop, okay? Your son resisted.
And mentions the weapon they discovered concealed in her son's underwear.
I am the officer that pulled this out of your son's underwear, okay? That's not a commonplace. I'm sure he's not licensed to carry this, so that's a jail sentence right there.
The supervisor assures the mother that he'll note this in his report.
I don't carry my firearm in my underwear, okay? Clinched between my butt cheeks. That's exactly where it was, and that's what my report's going to say.
Inside the patrol car, the young man remains bewildered about why he's being taken into custody.
And I was literally doing everything they said. They said go on the sidewalk. I went on the sidewalk. They started like walking up on me. I said I'm on the phone.
He's firm in his belief that he followed the officer's instructions.
I listened to everything they said. Everything they said. Yeah, wait, do they have the body cam footage though, right? Oh yeah, dude.
The young woman, on the other hand, requests to make a call to her mother and voices discomfort about the tightness of her handcuffs.
Can you please loosen it? Can I call my mom?
During a check by the officer, they notice that she's managed to slip out of her handcuffs.
He slipped out of her cuff.
It's breaking like... It's breaking.
Scoot this way, scoot this way.
Please.
The officer re-secures her in the cuffs, but adjusts them for her comfort.
Here, step out and turn around. They go behind you.
Okay, but can you not tighten
It won't be
them
tight.
super
I won't.
It's
It
cutting
won't.
my
All right, I'll fix it. I'll fix it for you. I'm gonna fix this one before I adjust this one. Okay?
She then requests that her mother be contacted, a request the officers grant.
Can you please call my mother?
How old are you?
I just turned 18.
Okay, yeah. You can call her. We'll let you call her. Yeah.
The officers conduct a final pat-down to ensure she has no concealed items.
All right, she been patted down? You good on her?
I did a quick pat down.
On you?
Go for it.
Go ahead and have a seat. All right.
After both teens are secured inside the patrol car, the officers discuss amongst themselves the possible reasons for the young man's resistance, including the desire to prevent the concealed gun from falling. In the end, the male teenager faced a slew of charges, including obstruction, battery on an officer, resisting with violence, carrying a concealed firearm, and possession of a firearm during the commission of a felony. The young woman, on the other hand, was charged with obstruction, possession of a controlled substance, and possession of paraphernalia. These teenagers, with all their carefree antics and stubbornness, somehow went from being young, wild, and free to getting charged, detained, and imprisoned. Number 1. Teen accused of murder gets arrested in front of her hysterical mother. In a quiet neighborhood, law enforcement officers arrive at a residence, their purpose clear, yet heavy with the weight of impending confrontation. They're here for Alexi, a young woman whose life is about to change big time. 4 months ago, she allegedly dumped her newborn baby in a trash can after delivering it in a hospital bathroom. Now, she's about to face the grave consequences of her actions. The video you're about to watch is the body cam footage of her arrest. Alexi's mother, clearly protective and perplexed, faces the officers.
I'll bring her out. Just tell me what's going on. Okay.
I will give it to her whenever.
Can I see her?
She's informed of the serious reason for their visit. Alexi is wanted. The mother, still in disbelief, insists on seeing a warrant from the officers.
This is my house. I have a right to see the warrant.
I'm letting you know she has a warrant for her arrest. We don't have a search warrant for your house. We have a warrant for her arrest.
Okay, can we see the warrant?
Yeah, once we
The officers, playing the role of bearers of unpleasant news, handle the situation with professionalism. They clarify that they don't have a search warrant for the house, emphasizing their sole interest in Alexei.
I understand that, Detective Gonzalez. What is she under arrest for?
She has a warrant for arrest. Okay?
For what?
That's all I'm going to tell you. Okay?
What do you mean that's all you're going to tell me?
As they remain tight-lipped about the details, she becomes increasingly agitated.
I understand that, but I have a right to know as well.
We'll tell you that, but we
Okay, then let me know now. Let me know now. I'm giving you the cooperation. I told you answer my question.
She stands her ground, refusing entry until the officers provide a reason for her daughter's arrest.
No, I'm not bringing her out here yet. Let me know what she's under arrest for.
arrested regardless. I mean, I don't know
For what? For what?
Eventually, the officers reveal the grounds for the arrest.
Homicide. Open count of homicide. And tampering with evidence.
Tampering with evidence?
Yes.
At the hospital?
The charges are grave, including an open count of homicide and tampering with evidence, which is tied to an incident at a hospital. However, this disclosure does little to diffuse the tension as Alexei's mother tries to come to terms with the gravity of her daughter's alleged actions. She remains uncooperative and persistently demands to see the arrest warrant.
Can I see the warrant?
It's an arrest warrant for her. It's
Okay,
not a
can I
search
see
warrant
the
for your
arrest
house.
warrant? I want to see the arrest warrant.
And what will that prove?
At one point, she even issues threats towards the police department and the hospital.
You bet when this is over, I'm coming for the police department and the hospital. I am.
Yes, ma'am.
While the mother is inside the house, engrossed in a phone conversation, the officers confer privately and consider the potential obstruction charges against her. Despite this, they opt to take a lenient approach.
You could arrest mom for obstruction.
Yeah, we'll go there.
Trying to do that.
The mother, coming to terms with her daughter's predicament, pleads with the officers and becomes emotional.
You could arrest mom for obstruction.
Yeah, we'll go there.
Trying to do that.
She begs them not to be too tough on her daughter.
We're not going to be rough with her or anything. We're just going to take her over there and book her.
Please don't be rough with her, please.
Just bring her out. You can be with her the entire time. Okay?
Do you know where the public safety complex is? 3300 West Main?
The officers reassure her they'll handle Alexei with care, offering a brief moment of solace in the midst of all the emotions. Still in tears, the mom asks about her daughter's bond and what's expected to happen next in the legal process.
When can I get, her bond? What?
That's set up by the judge. It's Magistrate Judge Chuck Foster. He should be doing it. If it's after 3, he'll be doing it in the morning.
Finally, Alexei steps out of the house and faces the officers.
Lexi?
Okay. What's the last 4 years social?
She don't even know it.
You don't know it?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Alexia, do you know your date of birth?
Yes.
Okay.
She remains quiet, still coming to terms with the harsh reality of her situation. The officers go through the routine process of collecting her personal information.
Are you okay with your mother getting the criminal complaint? It has your personal identifying information on it. Serial number, date of birth.
Yes.
Are you okay?
Yes.
Okay.
They also ask about her personal belongings and the medication she needs while in custody.
No medications, anything you need to take while you're in there?
No, sir. No.
Okay.
She has still been, bleeding, so I don't know if she needs...
Do you have any... I don't know if they have tampons.
With everything sorted, Alexei gets ready for her ride to the police station. At the station, Alexei faces the officers, who present her with a final complaint.
Alexei, here's your criminal complaint. Well, I want to ask you before I give it to your mom, are you okay with her getting that information? Yes. Serial number, all that?
Yes.
And a search warrant. They also discuss some personal information.
Is a search warrant for your person. Okay? This is for you. Your date of birth, your social security number.
With the search warrant in hand, the officers proceed to collect mouth swabs from Alexei.
All right, can you open your mouth for me? Okay.
As Alexei complies, the reality of her situation becomes undeniable. She's not just a teenager anymore. She's a suspect, her actions under scrutiny, her future uncertain. The officers proceed to take photographs with specific directions on posture and positioning, further documenting Alexei's entry into a world where her image is now a mugshot, and her identity is reduced to case numbers and charges.
Right here. 3, 2, 1. Face your whole body this way, looking forward. You're parking the front or the back?
The back.
As the officers prepare to leave, Alexei gives her go signal to give her mother copies of her paperwork and documents.
We can make you a copy.
It's fine, you can just give it to my mom.
So, all of it?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Alexei is facing some serious charges, including first-degree murder and tampering with evidence. She was taken into custody on May 10, 2023, but got out on bail about a week later after posing a $100,000 bond. And that wraps up today's video. I'm still fascinated by the teenager who managed to pull off a full-blown money heist at a store. It's astonishing that he got away with it for a whole 10 days without getting caught. Also, I was surprised to learn that in Georgia, you're already considered an adult at the age of 17. So for all the teens in Georgia, this is a friendly reminder that you can't expect to dodge the consequences of your actions just because you're not yet 18. How about you? Which case intrigued you the most? Let us know in the comments below. Also, check out our other stuff showing up on the screen right now, and I'll see you in the next video. See you next time.